everyone. Today I'm going to show you how to make scones. It's something really easy that you can have a go at home and have a go at making, and they're really delicious. I'm going to show you fruit scones, but you could adapt them and make cheese scones if you wanted to, make a savoury variety, totally up to you. So what you're going to need is 85 grams of butter. Proper butter does work best because it's harder and it rubs in better. I've cut this into cubes because that makes it easier to rub in. You're going to need 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt, put that in, and a flat teaspoon of baking powder. Do be careful with your baking powder. If you put too much in, it can make them rise too much, and it can also make them taste a bit salty. So just a flat teaspoon of baking powder. And in my bowl, I've got 350 grams of self-raising flour. If you haven't got self-raising flour, you could use plain flour, and I would put an extra 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder in the bowl just to help it rise. I'm going to add the butter to my dry ingredients now. And what you need to do is you put your hands in the bowl. Remember, you've been shown this when we did apple crumble. And what you do is you put your thumb to your little finger, really press quite hard if your butter's cold, and you rub across your fingers. And we keep doing this until you make breadcrumbs. So keep rubbing. It might make your hands ache a little bit, but you've got to keep going until it looks like breadcrumbs. So we're picking the flour and the butter up, putting your thumb to your little finger, rubbing across and drop. Keep doing that until it looks like breadcrumbs. Make sure you're picking up the flour from the bottom. Sometimes pupils just pick it up from the top, but you have to make sure that you rub it all in. So there we have it. It looks like breadcrumbs. I've rubbed all the fat over the flour. The reason we do that is the fat creates like a protective layer over the flour so that when we add the liquid, not too much gluten is formed. If there's too much gluten, which is created with flour and water or liquid, that makes the dough a bit stretchy and can be a bit tough. What we want is a nice crumbly texture. So anything that's got a crumbly texture is made using this rubbing in method. So biscuits, apple crumble, shortbread, scones, because it has that protective layer around the flour. So I'm going to make a little well in the centre . You've mixed your breadcrumbs and milk into a dough and it's come together. Just very lightly knead it, only a couple of times. If you over knead your dough, that is going to create that gluten I was talking about earlier, so it will go all stretchy and too tough. So we want to keep it nice and crumbly. So you just do it just enough so that it comes together like this. So I've lightly floured my work surface and now I'm going to roll it out. One of the mistakes that pupils make a lot at school is they roll their dough too thin. You want it about a centimetre in thickness so that when it rises to be a nice thick scone so you can cut it in half. Now I haven't got any cutters at home at the moment, so I'm going to make do with just a lid, or you could use a glass if you want to. So I'm just going to press down, give it a little twist and take it out. Here they are, all baked and ready to be eaten. We're having ours with clotted cream and cherry jam. Hope you enjoy the video. If you'd like to see some pictures of your scones that you've made, please email them to me, and I hope you enjoy them. Take care everyone, bye.